Hello everybody, this is a Hammond Multiplex portable typewriter from around 1920. It is completely different from modern typewriters. It was invented by James Bartlett Hammond of New York, who developed this innovative system of typing. This typewriter doesn't has the typing bars and can carry two different fonts at the same time. It has a particular system of feeding of the paper and has a particular system of typing. There is a little hammer who hits the typing character from behind. In the front there is the Hammond logo with their motto, "For all nations and tongues." The sister of this typewriter is the Hammond Multiplex, with some differences. There are different ribbon spools, the basement, and the open turret. The paper feed system of this Hammond portable is very particular. The paper is fed between these two rollers here, and it's stored in this round metal net. You see the paper is rolled here. And when you use the interline, it goes up. One of the biggest particularity is the system of typing. There aren't the bars as usual, but this wheel with the typing characters. The wheel in this turret can mount two different series of fonts at the same time. You see? Here there is one plastic band with the typing characters, and here there is another band with a complete different layout. And these bands are interchangeable, so you can easily switch to different languages, fonts, special symbols, and have two different fonts at the same time on a typewriter. Let's write something with this layout. To change to the other series of typing characters, all you need to do is to lift and rotate the wheel and drop it into the other typing position. You see? Now there is another series of typing characters in front of the roller. Let's write something also with this layout. You see? Two different layouts. Since the second series of type characters should be very different, there are two clips on the typewriters. Here you can place a chart like this for the second series of characters. And when we want to use the second series of characters after rotating the type wheel, of course you use the button of the keyboard. But you have to look at this chart instead of the keyboard. In this typewriter there isn't a typing bar who move against the paper and the ribbon as usual. When you type a letter, a mechanism moves the typing wheel in the correct position. But the typing wheel doesn't move against the paper as usual. This little hammer in the back of the carriage hits the paper against the ribbon and the selected typing character. See better here. Also, there is another interesting mechanism to move the carriage of the typewriter. When you push the carriage to the right, you charge this rewinding spring that moves the carriage and also activates the hammer. So it doesn't matter how many force you use on the button of the keyboard. The hammer always strikes with the same force because it's the spring mechanism to move it, and not the direct mechanism of the button. And this is the keyboard. In every button there are three typing characters. usually majuscule, minuscule, a number or symbol. You see also here in the typing wheel. In the wheel of the characters, there are the 3 lines of different typing characters for every button, you see. If you have to type majuscule, there is this button. And this is the shift block for majuscule. You see the wheel raise. This button is if you want to type numbers and symbols. You see the wheel raise again. There is a thin space bar. This is the margin release. This plate is called the erasure plate. When you make an error, you can raise up the paper so that can be laid upon this erasing plate. You correct the error. After correcting the error, you can return the paper in the former position. Here there is the ribbon. There isn't a spool, but this little container with the cover. With this lever on the left, you reverse the direction of the ribbon. With this lever you raise the ribbon. You can fix it also in higher position with this lever, maybe for a bicolor ribbon, and in this position for no ribbon, if you have to type a matrix for mimeograph. Here on the left there is the interline lever and the selector of the numbers of interlines with this pin. This lever is the carriage release. On the right, this lever is the paper release. And with this lever you free the roller from the steps and you can move it freely. Now we have seen also this typewriter. I think it were interesting and with a particular mechanic. It's a pity that all these mechanics of typing have been abandoned and remained only the typing bar system. It would have been a much more various scenario in the typewriters if all these different systems of typing survived for more time. Also collectors would have been much more happy. Next video I like to show a not very common Herald typewriter with blind writing. Thanks for watching.